1 Lamborghini Diablo SV. A 90s icon and also one of the first icons of the Need for Speed series, the Diablo SV was the most coveted car in Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit because it served a dual purpose in the title. In addition to being a car that could be used in the A-Class, it could also be driven as a police car. Two Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec, R34, Eddie. In addition to Underground, Eddie and his R34 appear in more titles in the series. In Need for Speed, 2015, he makes a small cameo in Travis's group. And in Need for Speed, Heat, he appears in a Dex mission where he gives us the car at the end. It must also be acknowledged that a good part of the R34's success was fueled by the fact that it's also one of the most iconic cars in the Fast and Furious series. Three Chevrolet Corvette C6, Cross. Antagonists in Need for Speed typically own multiple cars. In Cross's case, he'll always drive a version of the Chevrolet Corvette C6, regardless of whether he's a cop or a bounty hunter. In Need for Speed, Most Wanted, Cross drove a distinctive Corvette C6.R. After escaping his grasp, he'll chase you around Palmont City in a widened Corvette Z06 during Need for Speed, Carbon. For Ford Mustang GT 500, Razor. Razor from Rockport, the city that brings Most Wanted to life and where hospitality is pure. As soon as we arrive, Cross scratches our BMW with a wrench, and Razor tries to defend his territory. The rest is history. Razor gets away with it, having his henchmen sabotage our BMW so he can win the race with his Mustang, a clearly inferior vehicle. Luckily, Mia doesn't betray us and will help us from then on get our vehicle back. Five Nissan 350Z, Rachel. Japanese, naturally aspirated V6 engine, rear-wheel drive. The Nissan 350Z had all the ingredients to triumph in Need for Speed. And it did. The first title in which we were able to drive this coupe was Underground. However, where it really played a significant role was in its sequel. At the beginning of this title, Rachel will lend us her 350Z so we can make our way through the world of Bayview night racing. 6 BMW M3 GTR. With Most Wanted, EA Black Box was able to concentrate the entire urban culture of tuning and street racing in a single game like never before. Unlike other titles, in Need for Speed, Most Wanted, we weren't racing to get new, more powerful cars. We were racing to reclaim what was ours. The entire game and the blacklist are an excuse for us to be able to move up the ladder and reclaim the magnificent BMW M3 GTR that Razor snatched from us through one of his tricks. After Most Wanted, this BMW became the most memorable car in the series, symbolizing a generation. Nissan 240 SX S13, Ryan Cooper. Debuting in Need for Speed Underground, the Nissan 240 SX is another iconic car that can't be missed when talking about the franchise. This Japanese car stood out for its top speed, a feature that made it very popular in Underground 2, where you could buy the vehicle from the start of the game. In later titles, the 240 SX S13 continued to be a regular. However, die-hard fans of the series will remember that this Nissan was Ryan Cooper's first car in Need for Speed Pro Street. With a little skill, it was possible to complete half the game with this sports car, as it performed quite well and had plenty of room for modification. Polestar 1. Yes, the successful games in the series featured an iconic car on the cover. This time, that gap was filled by the Polestar 1, a very attractive hybrid coupe that the Volvo subsidiary needed to showcase. The result was quite satisfactory, and we players were able to appreciate the great capabilities of this incredible Polestar. Audi Le Mans Quattro, Darius. You may have played Need for Speed Carbon back in the day and not understood its convoluted plot. What was clear between the lines was that Darius was a bad guy and had a very cool Audi that would be better in our garage than his. Although many will remember that it was an Audi R8, the truth is that the stacked deck leader drove an Audi Le Mans Quattro, that is, the prototype on which the later production R8 was based. This supercar was powered by a generous 5-liter, 610 horsepower, twin-turbo V10 mid-engine. Mercedes 190e EVO II, ASAP Rocky. The anime aesthetic of Need for Speed Unbound has caused a variety of opinions. However, no one has yet complained about ASAP Rocky's Mercedes 190e, the classic car featured on the title's cover. This version of the German sedan was customized in the style of the American rapper, with vinyl decals that are identical to the tattoos he has on his skin. We can drive it in the game, but good old Rocky is luckier, as he was given a real unit fully approved for driving on the streets of the United States.